post his motherfucking stats. However, in the interest of full fairness, they were supposed to win this game. So, in all interest of keeping that same energy, I have a different take than you guys probably expected. But yes, we are also going to celebrate Lonzo doing what we all knew he could do. It's your boy back again with another video. And let's talk about this game, right? Pelicans win 122 to 115. First thing that jumps out at you is Lonzo Ball. Lonzo started off the game cooking. He had 12 points in the first quarter. He couldn't miss. He could not fucking miss. And he literally stuffed the stat sheet tonight. The man played 36 minutes and 50 seconds. And the only reason he came out at the end of the game is because he caught cramps. Okay? Just go over his box score real quick. Lonzo had 27 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. He had 8 of 18 shooting, 44% from field goal. 8 of 15 from 3, so 53%. Career high number of three-pointer attempts and number made. So, keep an eye out and look out for that in the future. 100% from free throw, 3 and 3. I told you guys probably a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, that free throw percentage was there to stay. That's going to be consistent going forward. And just seeing him hit all 3 tonight just further affirms that. He honestly looked a whole lot smoother with it. So I don't know if he, spent some time with Fred Vinson over the course of, him being out. But I got to tell you, man, that free throw stroke looked incredible tonight. He looked like he was on it. He had 3 steals, and he had 6 turnovers and 4 fouls. Now, look. Most people are going to talk about the turnovers for this game. Look, he didn't play so many minutes in the first half, but when Nickeil Alexander-Walker got hurt, he pretty much only got rest for about maybe 3.5 minutes for the rest of the game. They took him out at around 5:50 and brought him back in at 3:50. You know what I'm saying? That was his breaks, in the third and the fourth quarter, up until the cramping started within the last minute and 15 of the game. So the man was playing, coming off an injury, missing 2-3 weeks of games, and gave you pretty much 37 minutes. I think, hold on, before I say that, he also got teammates he don't have chemistry with. Najee Marshall played, Wesley Wundu, freaking James Johnson, coming from my Mavs. Got some of these guys he's not played with, okay? Then they even put Jackson Hayes at power forward this game, which I like. I'm going to be honest with you, I actually like that. But, chemistry issues, yada, yada, yada. To go through that, play 37 minutes. You're told to come out here and lead this team to a win. 9 assists. Career high in makes and attempts at three-pointers. I'm okay with the 6 turnovers. I really and truly am okay with the 6 turnovers. It's not that big of a deal for me. That'll get fleshed out as the season progresses and he gets time with, Wes, and if Wes even plays, because, all these guys are injured. And James Johnson. James Johnson's definitely going to play, especially with Josh Hart out. He's going to be their go-to 6 man, other than, they'll probably do Nickeil, even though Nickeil, he got hurt. But James Johnson is the vet that everybody thought JJ and Bledsoe was supposed to be. I saw some really nice things from him, um, just off of stuff like directing traffic, directing switches. Some of the younger guys putting them in positions to make plays. Defensively, his value on the court was tremendous. That's why he's a plus 17. But to the point of Lonzo did all of this 27, 9, and 4, 44% field goal, 53% for three, after missing 2 or 3 weeks. No BI, no Zion. You got the keys to the offense. I said before, this was going to be his audition. At one point, it was just him and Bledsoe as the only guards. I said this was going to be his audition. I didn't think Nickeil Alexander-Walker was going to play. Hell, I even misspoke in my video earlier because I thought Kira was playing. Kira's out here too. You were the only guard, and y'all didn't have IT. Y'all will have IT for the next game. And you went out there without your two biggest guns, and you got 7 guys in double figures. All the starters hit double figures. Lonzo 27, Bledsoe 19, Steven Adams 12. He also was beefing with Stan on the side of the court. I forgot the reporter's name, but he said he was going to look into that post game, so they're going to ask about it. Jackson Hayes with 11, even hit a 3. I thought that was incredible. James Johnson 18 points. Najee Marshall 12. Willie Hernan-Gomez, a double-double, 15 and 12. Steven Adams also had a double-double. He had 12 and 11. But look at that. Being able to get these guys in double figures and lead these guys and command the offense and run the offense and pull out a win against a not-so-good Houston team, I got to give him his props for that. But again, this is Houston. We're not going to celebrate winning against teams that we're supposed to beat. And let me say this. Houston don't have necessarily bad players. They just don't have what they need to win games. Like, a lot of these guys are like bench rotation players. You got a couple guys who on certain teams will start. But it's not like these guys are dominant all-star level players at all. So let's just be fair. But these guys are young guys. Some of these are vets. Some of these guys are playing for contracts, so they're out there playing hard. They're trying to bust their ass because they want to get paid and they want to secure the bag for them going forward. So they was out there playing hard. Having said all that, kudos to Lonzo. Bleacher Report posted, not really his stats, but they went out there. It's like, career highs and, threes, yada, yada, yada. But even SportsCenter is posting Lonzo, and you got all these people talking about, damn, Lonzo is good now. Like, nah, nigga, we already knew he was good, but nah, we need y'all to keep that damn hate. Y'all was calling him a bust. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. Now, Eric Bledsoe, the other guard that we had for the rest of the game because we lost the kill. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 of 15 shooting, and 4-12 from 3. You know what? Let me backtrack real quick. Lonzo took 3 shots, mainly layups, and they were terrible. Just terrible. It's okay. Having hip issues, I understand not being able to, work on certain things. So if there's an area of rust, that's definitely going to be it. I'm okay with him being 0 for 3. I don't really like him taking the 15 shot attempts, I'm going to be honest. But he's a shooter in, role, so it's acceptable. But let me get back to Bledsoe here. Bledsoe took 12 3-pointers, hit 4 of them. That means he was 0-3 from his mid-range and field goal shots too. Some of his drives to the basket, I get Lonzo being out and him having injury, hip injury and stuff like that. I get that. But Bledsoe, there's no excuse for some of the shit that he was doing. Now, let me be fair. You got 2 centers starting, so you don't really have 4 spaces. So I'm not going to crush him for that, nor Lonzo or any of these other guys. But goddamn, man. Like, you get paid 17, 18 a year to be less than Lonzo Ball. Like, I'm sorry, that ain't gonna work. I mean, he didn't get any. He only got one foul this game, which we were loading up on fouls this game. This shit was ridiculous. But yeah, man, he played some decent defense here and there in spots, but mainly it's Bledsoe being bled. I'm not gonna dig too deep into that. Steven Adams only played 22 minutes, 12 of 11. After he got pulled out and he had that beef with Stan, he never got back on the court. So that's something to look at going forward. I think, oh yeah, Christian Clark was the reporter. He was the one that said he was going to ask about that. I can't wait to hear what has to be said about that. Likely it's going to be covered up as usual. It's just disagreement about blah, 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 blah. So whatever, fuck it. But Steven Adams, I don't know, man. He had moments in this game where he was really good. He had other moments where he was just terrible. Like 2 of 6 from free throw. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, can we? This team from the free throw line pisses me off. And y'all know that's one of my pet peeves. I've been getting on them for months now about free throws. This shit is bothering to me. Let me just show y'all real quick what this shit look like. Let me see if I can get a close up on my TV here. Okay. Look at the free throws. 3 of 3, 100% for Zoe. 7-8 from Bled. Really good. But the rest of this shit, look at that. 1 of 5 from James Johnson. That's unacceptable. Jackson Hayes hit both of his. I'm cool with that. Steven Adams, 2 of 6. Nikhil hit 1 of 2 for the little bit that he was in. Najee Marshall hit 5 of 7. Willie Hernangomez, 1 of 2. They're missing way too many free throws. Way too many free throws. At one point in the game, they were like 18 to 29. That's 11 points that you left on the fucking board. Look at this. 122 to 115. If you hit even 5 more, this game is nowhere near as close as it was. They gotta hit their free throws. But yeah, double for Steven Adams. I don't know, late in the third, whatever, he was just falling all over the court. I don't know what the fuck was going on with Steven Adams. Maybe his injury was bothering him, but everywhere I turned around, he was all on the floor. So it is what it is. Boy, $29 million for a double-double, a 12-11 double-double. I mean, you'll take it. I'll take that every night if he's going to do that. But is that worth, all-star level money? I'm not sure. Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes played power forward today. And I saw a lot of stuff that I liked from Jackson Hayes. I was even trolling online and saying, "But we got a new point guard right here. We got a point center." Yeah, he was ball handling for a little bit. Go ahead and show him, Jackson. Action Jackson out there with the point guard skills. Man's played 29 minutes and got 11.7 rebounds, 2 assists. 4-12 shooting. It was crowded, so I get it. But here's the kicker. My man took 2 3-pointers this game. He made one of them. First one he took in the early part of the game, like the first quarter. He drilled that shit from zone. And I was sitting there like, this is why I want him shooting. 1 of 2, he hit another 3-pointer this season too. So I believe, I could be wrong, but he should be 2 of 3 from 3-pointer, 3 range. Pelicans, y'all gotta start developing him as an outside shooter. Even if he doesn't ever get to be extremely proficient from 3, if he shoot 34-35% from a center, you can deal with that. That's fine. But even if he's not shooting that far, if he can get like a mid-range at 7 foot, that's a legit weapon. You don't need Miles Turner then. You got Jackson fucking Hayes, who's an athletic, he can do all of that. Player development. You guys got to get this man out here taking shots. I don't want him taking a ton of threes a game, but hey, man, tell that dude to sit out there, space the floor, take 2 or 3 a game. You don't need a bunch of. Hey, man, if you're open from 3, take that fucking jump shot. Take it. Get comfortable with it. But he made one of the 2 that he took. You got to sit there and be like, tip your hat off to him. Nobody other than me, probably was expecting him to go out there and knock down threes today. I knew if he was going to be playing, when I saw that he was playing starting, I was like, oh yeah, he going to hit at least 1 3 this game. I knew it as soon as I saw it. And for him to go out there and do that, young player going through all the stuff that he went through, starting, yeah, he did start a little bit, but then being benched and being put out of rotation, coming in and just doing all of the right things, man. I got to tip my hat off to the brother. 11 points, 7 rebounds. Like, honestly, if we got to pay 17 and a half to somebody, I'd rather pay it to Jackson Hayes instead of Steven Adams. If I'm being honest with you, I'm just being honest. I just got to be honest. But kudos to Jackson Hayes. I don't like the field goal percentage, but like I said, I understand for the most part. He's a center playing power forward. I get it. I'm not going to chop his head off for that. Good game, Jackson Hayes. James Johnson, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 50% shooting, 20% from 3, 20% free throw attempts. Look, I'm not going to bash him. Oh, he had 5 fouls. He almost fouled out. I'm not going to bash him. This is like his second or third game back, or with us. He's still learning, but high IQ stuff. I like what I was seeing from him. Directing traffic, being a leader, going out there, hustle, effort, making the right plays. I saw him do something I haven't seen Bled do all year. He drove to the elbow, took the defender, and made a no-look pass to Zoe, who was right there in the corner, who drilled that fucking 3. And I'm sitting there like, thank you. He knew Zoe was there, and he was like, he knew he was going to go to Zoe. But what he did is he didn't give it away that he was going to go to Zoe. He held tight. He kept the option open to be able to shoot it or take it to the rack at any time before he actually passed it off to Zoe, knowing that Zoe was going to be able to hit that shot because he had hit a couple other shots already. That's just veteran presence. The guy understands basketball. There was another play, OTA, where he comes out and he makes a cross-court bounce pass to Zoe, and I'm trying to think, did Zoe drill that shot? I can't remember. I think Zoe hit it. But either way, just the presence of mind, understanding the game. He's more versatile than JJ is. JJ will always be a better shooter, but he can do so much more, especially on the defensive end. And I think in the locker room, there's a certain level of respect for guys that are two-way players, as they say. So I got to tip my hat off to him. You know what? That pickup is going to be very valuable. I don't know what his contract is right now. I don't know how long they have him, but you got to keep James Johnson if he's going to be playing like this. Or these are the kind of guys you need to be signing on these short-term deals to build around Lonzo, Zion, and BI if that's going to be your core nucleus of this team. You need vets like James Johnson, guys who understand, go out there, calm the people on the court, and make the right plays and put all the necessary effort in to win games. Those guys are invaluable. JJ, for the most part, he was a decent leader, but as a reflection of him, all they did was just run around and shoot threes, and he didn't do too much else. But James Johnson went out there, played hardcore defense. He would make passes to the right person when necessary, and he could hit at all 3 levels. Got to tip my hats off to him. That's an excellent pickup for New Orleans. Now, Nikhil got hurt early in the second. Only played 14 minutes. He had 5 points, 40%. Shooting missed his only 3 attempts, 50% from the line. Look, that injury, and I don't wish injury on anybody. I hope he's better and will not be out for a long period of time. But like they said, this is the same kind of injury that put LeBron out for like 6 weeks. This is the wrong time for the Pelicans in general to be hitting injuries. You don't have, Josh Hart for at least 6 games. He's probably going to miss the rest of the season. Kerry Lewis is going to miss a couple games. Zion, B.I. And this is like during the easy stretch before you start hitting all these hardcore, heavy games when you're going to need these guys to do some heavy lifting. This is one of those injuries that's going to hurt. A lot of people don't like Nikhil, and I don't think he should be compared to Lonzo because he's a different kind of player. But I think for what he does and the value that he brings on the defensive end of the court and the ability to score at all 3 levels and the willingness to attack the basket, I think they're going to miss his presence and his energy in the next couple games. I hope He's not out for long, but that shit hurt to see. Najee Marshall. I'm not really familiar with him. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know too much about the guy. He contributed in the game, but there was still some stuff he was making some mistakes from. I believe they said he got his first start this game. Well, no, was it this game last? He got his first start anyway. But 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 or 6, 50% field goal shooting. I saw some things from him I liked. I saw some things from him I didn't like. Like I said, I'm not familiar with him. I don't know his age. I don't know the years of experience. I really don't know much about him. So you guys crush me in the comments section for not doing my research. But if he's a young player, he has a ton of room. I'm sorry. God, mouth is dry. He has a ton of room for growth and development. Okay? If he's an older player, I don't think he's that old though. I think they said he's either a rookie or like a sophomore or something. Either way, if he's that young, I like some of the stuff I saw in him. He's going to need to get more games under his belt, but I doubt it once the rest of the guys come back. I don't think he's going to get as much play when, B.I. and Zion and those guys come back. But if Nikhil's going to miss any significant amount of time, he's definitely going to eat some of those minutes. Willian Gomez. He was killing in the fourth quarter, and I like the fact that Zoe and the team at one point was trying to make a concerted effort to find him. 15 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, perfect from the field, and he only missed a free throw. I mean, there were some plays that I thought he was an embarrassment on. Same thing with Steven Adams. But I also think he did really good in other instances. But offensively, he kind of reminded me of Enes Kanter today. So I can appreciate his efforts. He was definitely needed to close this game. And Wesley Wundu, other guy that got from Dallas, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 of 3 field goals, and his only shot was a 3, which it was late in the game, but they needed that fucking 3. He had 5 fouls. Honestly, I kind of liked his fit. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of like this fit. He still has some room to grow. He's still wet around the ears. But I actually liked some of what I was seeing from him. I was definitely impressed. I was like, okay, who is this guy? All right. So he made some plays to me that made me like, okay. We'll have to see. I'm gonna have to check him out a little bit more. I can't complain too much. New team, you didn't really play much all year. 3-5-1. I'll take it. I'm not gonna beat this guy up about it. He only played 20 minutes, and Dallas really wasn't playing him or James Johnson. So, like I said, I'm not mad about any of this. The bench actually gave us something this game. 12 points, 15 points, 3 and 5. That's 45 points off the bench, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah. 5, 3 is 8, plus 12 is 20, 35. Okay. Close enough. But 35 points off the bench is solid. We'll take that. Here's my thing, right? I want to do a little coach's breakdown here. Some of the things that stuck out to me this game. I knew with Kelly Olynyk, and I've told you guys all year, stretch fives are a problem. But this shit compounded for the most part when he came in the game because you had Jackson Hayes and Steven Adams in the game at the same time, or you had Jackson Hayes and Hernan Gomez in the game at the same time. That Jackson Hayes is not as conditioned to just fall back, so he's able to come out and guard. But the problem is the other guys were sitting back just playing, sagging off in the pick and roll, and I said the pick and roll is going to be a problem for this team. Pick and roll is going to be a problem for this team because, one, your bigs like to sag off. That's a no-go when you got guys that like to space the floor and shoot. You can't have that. That's number one. But number two, what you're having or what you're doing is you're putting a situation where you got guys like Jackson Hayes having to chase guys around screens and they're not accustomed to it and they're so big, so they're going to get hung up on screens. It's going to get guys open for easy looks, and that shit was happening a lot. So that was an area of concern for me. And at one point, what's the guy's name? I don't want to. Let me go to Houston real quick. Daniel House hurt his ankle early in the game, and so they had to run to Olenek most of the game, and he was cooking. Matter of fact, let me go over here and look at his stats. I want to make sure I give you guys correct information. Yeah, Kelly Olenek had 26 points off the bench. 9 of 17 shooting, 5 of 13 from 3. Don't let that 5 of 13 confuse you. At one point, I think that guy was shooting like, 75%. He just so happened to have been clanking toward the late part of the game. But he was killing us because of pick and roll coverage and the fact that we have habitual guys who by habit want to stay in camp at the goal. And you can't have that. Steven Adams and Hernan Gomez just sagging off, giving this guy all the space in the world. Now, I got to give credit to James Johnson and Lonzo Ball. They covered a lot for the bigs. And that stuff is not going to get noticed when you're sitting here looking at these scores and stuff. Lonzo Ball and James Johnson did an excellent job of stopping Kelly Olenek late from getting these wide open threes. So you got to give them props. But I don't like the defensive coverage that they were in against these guys. I had issues with that, number one. Number two, let me look at Houston real quick. Okay, look. You got a guy, Jayshawn Tate, burning 50% from 3. Christian Wood, he didn't have such a good game, 1 of 6 from 3. Sterling Brown, 2 of 4 for 50% from 3. Kevin Porter Jr., 2 of 3, 66% from 3. Right? Kelly Olenek, 38.5%. DJ Wilson, 100% because he only shot 1 of 1. Like, these guys were getting off way too many threes. DJ Augustin only got 3. I'm a little bit surprised by him, but he was making some timely buckets. I had to give him credit. He's a guard I actually really, really, really like. But something about this coverage bothered me. Just that in the minutes rotation. I get it with Lonzo and Bledsoe. You ran out of guards. I got it. But some of these other guys, man, like, I didn't like the minutes rotation, coming in for this game for these guys. It was a couple other things that bothered me. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because this video is already getting long. But Steven Silas is not a bad coach. Let me put this out here. He's not a bad coach. You can see what he's trying to do. He just doesn't really have the pieces, and he's just giving a raw deal. And I'm not going to make this a racial issue with the whole thing with black coaches. Stephen A. and them, they'll do enough of that. But I'm going to be honest. That man came out here to coach a certain team, and he didn't get that. And for this team to even play as competitive as they did, given the parts, you got to tip your head off to that dude, man. You got to. He's playing with like literal scrubs out here. And somehow they made a competitive game out of this. Kudos to that man out there trying to coach this team in his first year as a coach. And like Stephen A. Smith said, it is completely possible this man may never get another coaching job because you are what your record says. And his record is not good this year. But I just want to show him some love because, for him to get some of the production that he's getting from these guys, you got to tip your head off to guys like that. But anyway, that's all I got. I didn't want to make this video 30 minutes long, but fuck it. Here we are. Post this motherfucking stats, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be scanning to see all these little websites that used to talk shit about Zoe. I want to see what the fuck they post tonight. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Peace.